So I don't really think anyone saw this coming, but yesterday, CSGO becomes free to play. Counter-Strike Global Offensive is now free to play for all players, and also gets a brand new mode and operation called the Danger Zone. This Danger Zone is Battle Royale, or what they want to call Battle Royale. It's not really Battle Royale. Now, I've played a little bit of this. I've gotten a couple wins. You know, I'd say I'm a little bit above average of a player when it comes down to it. Played with some friends and stuff. I'm okay. But I mean, I have plenty of thoughts on it. I think that, I guess it's an okay foundation. I think that they probably shouldn't have put it out in its current state because, well, it's not a battle royale. But, so I will say that I've had a decent time, I guess, especially when playing with friends. It's a lot more fun then, but only being able to have a 3-man squad is just, it's weird, okay? That I don't understand that. It just, it doesn't really add, oh, what the fuck? Shut up. Doesn't really add anything to the gameplay. Actually, the only thing it really does add is that, well, you have to cut a teammate out. I mean, we had like 4 people ready to play, and then we figured out, well, we can only play with 3 people, so, you know, we had to make some harsh decisions, I guess you could say. It just, that's not cool. And pretty much every other Battle Royale game I've ever played, like, you can play with 3 of your friends. You can have 4 people in a party and play, or you can play solos or duos, you know, the whole 9 yards. But CSGO's Battle Royale does not allow you to do that. And the reason that is because in this Danger Zone Battle Royale, there are only 18 players in each lobby. Yeah, 18 players in a lobby. It's just hardly Battle Royale, man. There are some Battle Royale games that can get away with lower player counts, but I don't think that there is a Battle Royale that is going to get away with 18 players, okay? Especially now that Battle Royale has pretty much revolutionized a little bit, and, you know, higher player counts like 100 players is kind of the norm. 18 players just doesn't cut it for me. I mean, there's just, it doesn't really do anything for you. I mean, gunfights become really scarce. The action is limited to like 3 peaks throughout the game. For like 85% of the matches, you're literally just wandering around. There isn't really anything to pick up and loot. You pick up like maybe 3 or 4 items per game, and then the rest of it you buy with this stupid fucking drone and this tablet, right? So the whole part of Battle Royale that's supposed to be fun when you're not fighting people is looting and finding things. But there is really nothing to find throughout the map. I mean, I've gone through half the map before, and the only guns I've ever found are pistols, and I've gotten hammers, you know? There's like 4 different things you can pick up. Like a base pistol, maybe if you're lucky you get like a P90 or an MP7 or MP9, right? Okay? You can find cash, which is just nothing. Okay, you get like $50 for every cash that you pick up. You can find these little ammo pickups, which most of the time might give you like 14 to 17 bullets. And then you can find armor. Throughout the map, you're going to find things like hostages that you need to take to rescue zones, and these are cool additions, I won't lie. I do enjoy these. They help pick up a little bit of the action when there's nothing to do. And there's little like safes and stuff you can find that have money in them that you have to plant the bomb on, and then of course you have to get in a pretty safe distance away from them before you get killed. Things like that, just they help the game out considering there isn't really much to do. You'll probably get into like 2 to 3 gunfights throughout the entire match. I can't imagine this game if things like this weren't in it, because it would just be so fucking boring that it would be unplayable, you know? The map is actually pretty decent. I like the map. I think it's a good design. I enjoy that there's a lot of, you know, named locations. It's a decent size, I guess. It could fit more players in it, but it's not going to fit anywhere above probably 24 players at max, but it's a good map for what it is. But then when you go to drop, you have this stupid, like, you can't parachute or glide in or anything like any normal Battle Royale game. You have to pick, like, this hexagon tile, almost like you're playing Civ. And you can only go there. Like, you have to land there, and then you can go wherever you want in the map. But it's the weirdest shit. So there is almost no circumstances in which you're going to land right on top of anybody and have, like, some action right off the jump. Because that person's going to land 40 feet away from you in any other direction, probably at a different building, and then most of the time, by time they've looted, they're already gone, they're running. There's not a whole lot of time until the storm, or whatever you want to call it, comes in. And on top of that, the weapons are just not good, okay? So, the biggest problem I have with the game is that the weapons that you find in the map are usually not good at all. And then they also have this extremely low amount of ammo. Like, 90% of the time, you're gonna have a pistol until like the last 4 or 5 people. Can you imagine if you were playing Fortnite and you had to run around with just the base pistol for literally until like the last circle? Because that's how CSGO is. You have to wait until you can get a decent weapon by sitting in a corner, saving up money, maybe getting a kill with the pistol if you're lucky, or you're one of the like 2 people in the whole map who are going to find an MP7 or an MP9, and even then you won't have a full magazine of ammunition. Ammo is so fucking scarce in this mode, and yeah, there is only 18 people, but you literally, it's not cool, right? It's just, I don't enjoy the fact that you have 17 shots. I mean, can we get some fucking ammo, please? Do we really have to scavenge the whole map to have a magazine and a half ready to go? And on top of that, the MP7 isn't even really that decent of a weapon, you know? If you've played CSGO, why isn't there like an AK? Why is there no like M4s? Why can't you find an AWP, right? Why can't you find any of this shit in the game? The only time I've ever found a gun that wasn't either a pistol or a submachine gun was because I was one of the last 2 people in the lobby, right? I was a final 2 survivor, and I called in on my drone a shitbag little SSG sniper or whatever, right? The scout, the one that sometimes will take 2 shots unless you get like an upper body headshot or something. So in a battle royale game, they have basically constricted all the weapons down into short range gunfights. So, and a pretty decent sized map with maybe 18 other people if you get a full lobby, right? In which you'll only probably see 2 to 3 gunfights, and that's if you really do last towards the end of the game. You're pretty much constrained down to these little pistols and submachine guns, and you have to just hope that the half a magazine you have is enough to kill. So if you do finally kill somebody, right, okay, there's a very basic loop in the gameplay of a battle royale game, okay? So you loot, and then you kill. Then what you kill, you loot. And then you go on and kill again, and then you loot. Throughout your looting, you're supposed to be able to get better shit. You're supposed to find better things off other players that you've killed. That way you can upgrade your shit, and you can get into the actual, like, the end of the game with a decent position, with armor, with weapons, with healing. But this game disrupts this basic loop in a lot of different ways. Your initial looting might garnish you nothing. Literally nothing. But maybe like $100, a hammer, and maybe some armor. You'll be lucky if you find a pistol with 7 shots in it and maybe an ammo drop, okay? That's what I would consider lucky, right? If you are lucky enough to get a kill with what you've got and you go to loot them, most of the time you're not going to find much off of them. The most you're going to find is money, which you can then, I guess, use to buy a drone upgrade, or you can use it to buy a weapon. It just becomes odd, you know? You have to wait. There's no way you're going to win most games if you're really out just kind of like trying to loot. Like you have to get lucky loot off the rip, I feel, and then just keep pushing the edge of the circle, or the storm, realistically, because it's not even a circle. You gotta push the edge of the storm, maybe wipe up 1 to 2 kills, and save your money for endgame. That's pretty much it. So in a game that hails itself as this fast-paced battle royale, you end up with maybe 3 kills, which would equate in this to like 17 kills in Fortnite, since there's 18 people in a CSGO battle royale match. You might end up with 3 kills, maybe if you're lucky, a submachine gun, or if you found a way to save up all your money without having to buy something through mid-game, like if you couldn't find an actual gun or something, if you were lucky enough to save up maybe a sniper, a scout sniper at that, okay? Maybe. So the looting is completely dumbed down, there's hardly anything to loot, okay? The combat is basically you hoping that the 14 shots you have in your gun is plenty, and looting is basically picking up $200 and an axe off somebody. So basically what you have in the danger zone is an 18-player battle royale that is supposed to be this high-paced, this high-octane gameplay, but turns out you might get 2 to 3 kills in a good match, unless you're fucking insane at the game and you've found a way to find more than 2 or 3 people before they die from, I don't know, the storm or the artillery strikes or other players. You have subpar weapons that don't do much damage at anywhere but close to mid-range. You barely have any ammunition for these weapons unless you have found 90 different fucking ammo deposits through the map. When you launch into the game, you can only pick 1 hexagon on the map to go to. You can't freely roam through the sky until you land wherever you want to. You also can't land on top of someone else. If they pick, say, they pick the spot right on the bridge, you can't land on that spot too. You have to spawn away from them. You have to be at a different spot. So you're never going to have that high action right at the beginning like you can in other games. 90% of the match is literally you just walking around hoping to God that you finally see somebody. Even if you land in the most populated spots where there's lots of players who usually go, you risk seeing maybe like 2 to 3 people. Maybe. And that's if you're really lucky. You might land, you know, reasonably close to 3 different people. But like I said, at the end of the day, the circle almost encloses pretty much all the populous spots in like the first maybe 2 or 3 minutes of the game. So they're already dipping out towards wherever is the safe spot of the map. And if they're that far ahead of you, you're just not killing them with a pistol or a submachine gun unless you have this insane aim where you can one-tap at 500 fucking yards. It's not going down. So there's a lot of inherent flaws with Battle Royale and CSGO. Now, we all know why they did this. We all know why they went free to play, okay? It's definitely going to benefit the game. A lot more people are going to start playing it now, and it's going to make them money in the long run, but I have no problem with that. In fact, I don't even really have a problem with Danger Zone, because I'm hoping that they're going to fix it, you know? I didn't see it coming. I guess it's okay in some matches when it actually plays like a Battle Royale, which is very rare, but it hardly does. But it needs a lot of work. They need to increase the amount of ammo that each weapon has. They need to increase the variety of weapons. They need to add some more long-range weapons into it to allow for different types of gunfights where you don't have to run somebody down and then kill them from like up close. The looting needs to be better. There needs to be more to pick up. There needs to be more to loot. And if you're going to add in more money and shit, you need to make more higher tier things for people to buy, like ops and things like that. They need to increase the player count to, I would say, 24 would be fine. 24 should be okay. If you make the rest of these changes, especially on this map, and you make it to where things are more lootable, there's more things to pick up, there's a better weapon variety, more ammo, increasing the player count's going to be fine. And you need to allow people to land on top of one another, especially in a, I mean, you can play with 2 teammates. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to basically spawn literally with each other, you know, to where we can actually get shit and go together. But right now, it's not good. It's not good. I hate to say that, but it's not. It's very mediocre. It barely plays like a Battle Royale. It has so many inherent flaws, and honestly, I think they rushed it out just to put it out right before Christmas and shit comes up, because, you know, people are going to be getting new computers and gaming laptops and stuff all around the world. More people are going to be joining Steam and stuff because they're getting newer computers and shit like that, so good opportunity right now to make it free to play. But it just, I don't know, man. I don't think it works right now. There's gonna have to be some work done to it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here. Follow me on Twitter @SubToOptimus. Join that Discord down below. Thank you to my channel members for your $5 a month. Your support helps me tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus getting into the final 3 with a pistol and signing out.